let's check out this one.
Douglas Miles takes his camera with him everywhere.
And I take pictures all the time. I take photos everywhere I go.
The photos he takes every day now form the foundation of his exhibition, The Blessing. The photos are printed on fleece blankets.
The fleece blankets, I really got the idea from actually hanging out at the swap meet and looking at blankets that featured Tupac or Marilyn Monroe or Elvis or Bob Marley. And I remember looking at them and I was like, I don't know if I would ever buy one, but I think my own art on a blanket would look really cool.
Miles also began to think about his own culture and his own history as a Native American person and why blankets are so sacred to his community.
I think simply because the practicality of it first. Native American people have always lived out in rural areas, and I think blankets allow Native American people to survive, to make it through winters. As I thought about it, a blanket actually really represents physically and spiritually a blessing.
The images on the blankets are stark. The face of his daughter, his son's wedding, his sisters and their grandchildren. It's in their faces Miles finds a connection to his past and a compass pointed towards his future.
Yeah, it was about to rain, but I edit it to where it doesn't look, where it's not dark.
Trey Polk has known Miles since he was a little boy. He's friends with Miles' son.
Movies.
Polk grew up on the San Carlos Apache Indian community, a place he says hope is in short supply.
There's different areas of San Carlos where it's a lot different, but where I grew up at, it was pretty hard. You know, you see a bunch of people just struggling all the time.
He says Miles' photographs have had a profound effect on him.
It made me feel like more pride, made me look into my history more, made me understand and be proud of where I came from and being in an outside world where, you know, many hundreds of years we've been pushed aside. But it just makes you feel empowered.
While Polk grew up in a Native American community, Miles grew up in Phoenix. He had a large family and was a curious kid who loved art, always swiping his siblings' records and books because to him they were art. He began his formal art career thanks to his son.
One day he needed a skateboard. I didn't have money for the name brand one, but I could afford the blank one. And I said, son, I'm going to paint you this board.
He merged the skateboard world with Native American art and began Apache Skateboards 15 years ago. He also started a professional skateboard team. Polk rides for the team who are seen in this photo taken in Monument Valley. And while The Blessing is not Miles' first exhibition, it is the first time his art had been displayed in the Arizona Capitol Museum, a significant milestone that's not lost on him as a descendant of the first people to call Arizona home.
I think the unifying factor of all good art is that all good art comes from not just the creative drive of the human spirit, but the creative cry of the human spirit. To be heard, to be seen, to be felt, to be thought well of, or to be helped, or to build. And once we get the help we need, we get the strength we need, we go on to build a better society and community ourselves.